Abusuafo, mechiachi obi bia, mejidi se nyame adom, obi ahoye. I friend me akuya sika. Sika Antonio, I of Sika Educate, miamini. May I so sorry, say this conversation no a bit tiawa because me schedule na sisa all of a sudden. And say Abrewa boga miko school. And my time has suddenly changed and I've had to readjust myself into time be a many small pockets of time be no na say yeah the way mo nso aba be in exactly 30 minutes time I need to be in class. Luckily no class near virtual into me wie we penama champion and no na say yeah the bia so, and it kind of ties in very nicely with some of the things I'm a person I can't want. And Ramadan for be sending me picture bia mami bia ni kunu abuna kunu na chese domestic violence near ya ye can Barbara dear bear say 6 months okra my actually these things are beginning to resurface again, and it's just so painful and so sad to see that we still live in a time where your community as Africans, as Ghanaians, as our domestic violence, but the fact of the matter is that the abuser's creed just never changes. That is always the same. It is constant. The only thing that changes, relationship, the person being abused, the victim, any abuser, nankasa. Abuser, and the ones, why abuse no wo na sudie ne bebre na da also unfortunately say assess we hu bibi. If you allow it to happen, it continues to happen. And then no me kasa no be ye ni so you would realize say SME because domestic violence is one of those topics that just triggers me in a very bad way, because I have seen too many women and sometimes men who have allowed themselves to be subjected to this kind of thing. And we keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again. Abuser's creed does not change. The script is set, is written. Bibi anywhere and for me, the only thing that I can do as a woman is to empower women to begin to tell, like for when it to wanna telltale signs. Sister, don't kid yourself into thinking that you can change anybody. Oh, I am a once. Or see, when he didn't know what came over him. It was the devil. Or best son, or best and sister. That never happens. Never. An abuser is just an abuser, period. Plain and simple. And he said, who telltale signs, sister, run for your life, is what I'm saying. Now, what is a dear niamasa and a shasye ewo woni nipa no ma yonkofa ananse mo relationship ni mu a esese ma hu se nipa asumesi or shada nya papa sa, and this is somebody you should flee from. It starts with very subtle things that what they were need to form now oshemu a wankasa obehunu ne se And some women just think that, oh, he's being so loving. Oh, he's so endearing. Oh, he checks up on me all the time. This is amazing. Sister, there is somebody who cares genuinely to know, say you're safe and well. And there is somebody who's a friend is a bit to keep in touch with you, comes across as a nipa no person will keep it tabs on you at every second of the day. And non America. And so we women sometimes get into relationship with guys, and at every particular point in the day, nipa no person man running commentary about what you're doing. Oh, I woke up in the morning and I went to the toilet, and after the toilet I had a shower, and after the shower I went here for 5 minutes. What person woman itemized description about everything that you have been doing throughout the course of your day, but does he do the same for you? Sister, these things may come across to young man be a say, and Nipane is so endearing. Oh, he loves me so much. He wants to know everything that I've done in my day. But sister, say necessary will catch it, boyfriends will cut here 5 minutes. And a free ho could jare, and a free her could see her sister when in a hope. ma weni naho, because that person is already showing you say wonu ankasa no what one or lack self-confidence. So wonu ankasa ni when this has nothing to do with you and everything to do with who abuser no. Any panini confidence wonu ni mu and trusty wunti and wopes wonu baby a wotem bia. And this is the mistake that we women are making and continue to make. I don't understand. Wukunu, or boyfriend, our journey. I understand, say, be a to different places into whom. Oh, sorry, I no pano. Kwame a bisa was so net to saying, oh, sis, bra Kwame, me you when you're meadum. Okay, have a lovely day. Lunchtime, he might call back to find out how your day is going, or you guys can exchange messages backwards and forwards. But will be every 5 minutes be our pursue baby a wokoye and I mean who said now jina ha matisi yes now wa half-one sister maweni na ho maweni no na ho. It is not a very healthy relationship to be starting with, because if he's busy working say no kreni nyame nim sa boyfriend no ukuno no, if he's busy being productive and working and doing something else, no, believe you me, he doesn't have time to be getting a running commentary about what is going on in your life. But a lot of us women think that that is endearing. That shows that he cares. As I said, me catch and said I'm in toilet so and I'm jade here in a free hakusi her sister weni na ho ma weni no mane na ho. And I'm not saying say my boyfriend is how I say. I'm not saying say if somebody is showing that he cares, you know, any partner is an abuser. That is not what I'm saying. But there has to be balance with everything. Me too, when I'm a boyfriend, I'm sorry, I'm not. Otikrobi so me okrobi so. No, be some sister, I want to say, how is your day going now? Bonnie be anyhow. But I don't expect to be our year, Juma. Set 8:30 ya boy, I'm me be ready, I class. No, I frame me. Oh, yeah, day. Me ye video. We a video ni we are there now over there. Not just any panel, he has a problem and he needs to go sort himself out. And we are number one. It's those things start creeping into your relationship from very early on. And sometimes it's very subtle. You don't when in now said this is what the guy is doing. This is what any panel or person now okay, so now when they more come anymore Mupia, when there's a situation that a nipano is put into a confrontational position, no, saying a nipano will behave. Ebi ane ne nam akofa car bi or baby, and answer what you on one car mukra na tinchen obi abe crossing or traffic mu, and answer taxi driver na mutin a car ni muno, or kaso obeje mo 30 cedis. Efe mu kokodu hɔ a ɔsi na traffic wɔ mu ti mo mfa bi nka ho na nipa no saa asɛm yi a mo kan mo yɛ negotiations no ɔkɔsɔ driver many person wɔ me and sister, the person is showing you say he has anger issues that need to be managed. You know, Bible kura ka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ yɛwɔ adeɛ nyinaa ho kwan. We can be angry. That is also an emotion that we are well in our rights to have. But the issue is not about being angry. The issue is saying na ubufua ukontroli wabufu nefa, because we all get angry. There are things that irritate all of us. But the issue is not about the anger. The issue is how you control yourself when you're hungry. And no wasem enam pesieka. Enti abusuafo, when you're seeing these telltale signs, what the taxi driver about so, but if this is the way he's treating other people, what do you think you do to you when you get comfortable, when you get into a more committed relationship? And also your idea say now okay. My boyfriend ya me ne wo hoi. A man who or new ye relatives no mo woni o mo ne relationship mu e bia ne sister, ne maame, ne aunt, ne cousins. O mo ye man. What is his relationship with women like? Do you know? Because ye mama bebre wo hono mu a ne akodi nipa na ho ofa bi achi enipa ne sika bi a wo bi achi ne ye hwe no and focusing on those things, but we don't put your fire into form and rest nipa ne se ne sunu ne ban no esitie. And this is what gets us into these kinds of situations. Very, very sad. Enipa no suban ben enipa no wo. Suban ben. How does he treat women generally? What is his relationship with women like? What be say that question? And answer ne mo ma yefe. Na tiko se obi anim. Enti wudi na chi. Maybe so. These are all telltale signs. Nipa no senia ebuo ne nidia wo mama. In his speech, in his actions, in his behavior. Ni nyina no. Esese wo ma wani eda ho na hwe ni nyina. Ansa na ado ho bekwa akonu sa de we mu a committee ho a wakwa akọ committee ho. Now, how is he like around children? What is he like? That is a question you need to answer. Any guy who is overly controlling or percebiano, ni ono beka e final. Ni work, there is no room for negotiation and dialogue. Sister Mweni naho. That is a typical characteristic of narcissistic disorder. And I said nipa ni sune ne baino. I don't know. Bibiano, what he says goes. It is him or nothing. His word is final. It is what he says or no way. His way or the highway. Sister, maweni enaho. The telltale signs are there glaring at you. You don't just pay attention to them. Me see a pebetra heaven, a person in our minds, a person betra heaven. As a sort more any da ho was idea no. Miti we ma wofo do me pa me nso me do wo mo pa. But many ni amedu sam panin fie we so. Me nya sure say anopa no nwotwe me papa befa fo mfrɛ me amebisa m say na akua wo we. O ye den eti wo firi ho a wo bekɔ hen. Boundaries. There has to just be boundaries. Ewo ni nipa no mo nkita hodie ho. You know, women, these things have gone on repeatedly over and over again. And every time it happens, it's just like you just have to repeat yourself again. And to me, you know, a lot of abusive relationships continue to happen because a man or more relationship, they are not empowered. Unyajuma, utifie, udambema. Sister, how are you going to complain and get out of this situation? Maybe so. Some of you too are so desperate to say, I would much rather have an abusive husband than no husband at all. That is stupid. That is stupid. It's stupid. It is stupid. When Yankupon the Nindian in Yansa bo, Abasa see so say, come and be fruitful and multiply and be productive. Na ye bibi asasi so now kwaya kaiwon. What don't want kusubu bisu or muno ko Yansa bene wo. Bema. Abuse is not just to ladies, even though in yanya settings, no predominantly, but men being so or face the same thing. And for very existence, and fan share any pebiaransemo. I keep saying this over and over again. Say any other fellow human being is just a product, just like you are. Manufacturer ni he is the only person that should have that authority and total control over your life. In my opinion. Now je down to product, fellow product to be so not just a one kasana or you have no regard and respect for yourself as a human being. And these are some of the things as I say in society it begins to change. Yes, but the woman has died. Her life is cut short. Well, finish. Emma Emraso. Mebu bebre tifie ebia wokunu se nya adwuma enti wono na koba wankwa ama wonya bi niye no sister you know you need to begin to think about some of these things. What is your escape strategy going to be? Enipa no omro kura no a woye nipa woye product se wo a wotimi wu at any time wo ade na abe wo jawo ade na abe. These are the questions that we as women need to ask ourselves. Serious, hard questions. Say me kunu yo, say me mama nya adwuma. And meme yi anansen wo mabey. And then I'm ho ofe, me nufu sisi so, enti bibia akokama. Enufu ani tigu, na se dwene start ba baby no a. Na se 6 rounds no wontimi nye biom, se 3 na metimi yo a. Ehe wo jami ahe na meko. Edie na meyo. Have you asked yourself these questions? Yet ho, yempesi ebeye adwuma. Miti hoi, I am a well capable and able professional, but baby I'm a no. Se mre na dane. Adeɛ na me free say me wo hu nimdeɛ no nya no na sese ye hwehwɛ. Enti at 40 years and 2 months no masa ko start ko school foforo. Sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a tools ne skill set na ye hia sese ye relevant for enemere mu nso betimi akɔpɛ bie. Now I'm improving my chances of getting a better job. That is somebody who is ambitious. That is somebody who knows to say emre dane ne ho esese won so dane hu bi. Miti we me na obi a Minya dofo bi a me ne no we're sharing the life. Me mfa me ho nkoto nipa no so say enipa aso mesi wono na emra me hwe. And you put yourself in a better position to be more attractive to obi, number 1. And secondly, no, se bibi kosi na se woni nipa ne sign no. Wo hunu ne sa abrabo ye nipa ewu mi ti bia ne suban ye nipa yi wo da na de akire mi. I can't bear with it no. You have an escape strategy. Wa wo hwe wo ho, wo hia dross a wutimi to, wo hia pampers wo to, wo hia pad wo to, deodorant wo ye wo a, wo pese wo di fufu a wankasa wutimi bo wo nkwan di a. Wo de be ma ye de, sister. At least you'll be running and fighting for your very existence and your life. And maybe or what or baby sidien. Na hemu eye ne denti e na baakofo asetena de enti wa hemu na eye o denti no ukowu e no ho. Isn't that a very stupid thing to die for? Isn't that a stupid thing to die for? Me nuaba. Obi nso be ka kire me say eya ono ahye aggravate ni kunu no ananse ne boyfriend no say ne be ya ne bubefu na da obe chicken ananse belt wono so obe bu na chi be bia be wie no na fe wa be pa ne chel na we di na chese omo de no apata omo ho na sebi sa time no omo mpaso agudie no a different level. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you kidding me? That obi betimi aye ho adwuma soko pimpim ni beko yama wa tise nipa no inflict pain e wo so answer. We yare, you're sick and you need help. I ain't kidding you. You need help. Me said ya me honam si ya me dey me mekuya na obi emma inflict pain wo me meku aya. What is wrong with some of us women? What is wrong with us? A dear pan into high. I mean, it's like, is it some kind of erotic, stupid, and senseless dear bang? And when I'm a corner being panting the woobets and a mo be a chin belt. And answer came also. Not the bro, and son away to me, anything, can we yari? You're sick. And you need help. This ain't got nothing to do with a friend is saying erotic, funny desires be a wood to yari na yari. Now here, yaris, ayarishani ayarisa. Abusia, sa same way, akoso, ya can. We're still talking about this thing. It is just so sad and so painful. But what I'm saying to us, and I say, abuse and creed no ade na o script no mo nyina o follow no hwemu ani nyina the same thing. The same thing. Some of us women are so downtrodden and don't really understand and know who we are to the point to say ade no koso na outside this our more chef from outside in unnuanom wabusua wo maame. You know, like your brother, your sister, obi, a person will save you, say, mommy, get out of this crown. You're just so down in the dumps with yourself. Say, wouldn't to me, that is number 1. Very sad. And the second thing, and the very silly thing that some women also do, which I still don't understand, is that this is not a matter of this person is hell-bent on inflicting injury or permanent damage or death to me. Some people toy with this. Oh, is he going to do it or isn't he? Asɛm a wote ho nipa yi boro sotro w'ani ne wo ho nyinaa so asoa no. Efe na wodwen agyapadeɛ ho. Etimi kɔ a na kyɛ sɛ kaa yi ne dan yi ne saa adeɛ nyinaa ntimi begya ne nyinaa hɔ. When there's a window for you to run for your life, you're now thinking about earthly possessions, which you can get again with 10 fingers and hard work. That is also another, the sense of urgency and emergency is the point that I'm trying to make to us women. Say, sister, flee for your life. Ebia, wobru wa woye o say nyina sika kakra wo fie, wuti Mercedes Benz mu. And our driver na de uko baby ya de uti 10-bedroom mansion mu. And so some of us are so hell bent on keeping those things at the expense of your life. You're stupid. You're stupid. Nkwasi asem. Isn't it better say obekwa akotena takwa medemu? No edi ugale ne ohito. No wa ye dwumaden ne nyame atu ne nhire agusu no apewa wo de. Sinensa sotro morning, afternoon, evening. Me share Nigerian movie bi papa ne wo sikanti. Wochechire ne yire te sese bi odwan ananse waponchi. No ria watwe belt wo no so abro na till sister no be pass out. Efe osuro se nipa ne be wu ahye ne nti na ono asa atena ho na wamiamia no na wayama amiamia ne kuro nyina ama na wu na wapa ne chow oso wanye bio na one na da ade achi and the same thing. In the end, sister, she died because wo kwa wonya opportunity obedwane ne nisa hwe nechi. Ne nisa hwe nechi. Enti ejapade, enti ade nyina, enti me ba beja ho. Women, it's time. It is time, say. Unfortunately, no would do ko to sa tibianim. Would do to sa tibianim. But for whatever reason, man, who minim. But you're in that situation. Okay, fine. The telltale sign said the nipa no bro once ebe paucho na jitum na tana. I can guarantee you said that beating ain't never gonna stop. I guarantee you that. Minyanshia wo baby amani mie na no kan kire me say ni kunu born asum once. Ni kunu born once. Ena osu ye no san be pan ne cho ne free ho won fa ne nsanka ne bio. If you're that kind of a woman, Miss Sel, I want to hear from you. It never happens. The first kind of a brono is a tester. Or hey, what are you going to do? And then he's calling your bluff. What are you going to do? Wunya jitum ati apology ni tum tena ho say cream. Wamani to me, you've lost everything that you could have had. And he ain't never gonna stop. Wobel bruwakum. Yes. Asofo no eni nkofo a womu di mu a more positions of authority and respect. I address you right now. Those of you encouraging women and men who are being abused to stick into marriages and relationships just for the sake of boni and free him kosi hin. Me prefer some free no my boni. No ma komi nyankopo anim wo mikoto dwanim no ma kosre boni fache. Se ne se me wu nkwase wo bi say. Enti I'm addressing you. All these things that some preachers and men of God are purporting and enabling and allowing to happen. It's if a church member of yours comes to you to tell you, say, Nikuno is being abusive now. Some rhetoric na de biya mo can say, enyahe, yanene beka sa nyame be yan, munyahe ye o. Munyahe ye, na misi nyame, obe bisamo. That whole thing about it doesn't matter, just stick to it, it's okay, he will stop, and all of that. Ebusia. I'm telling you, an abuser never, ever changes. And he himself, he's damaged. He's been abused before. In life, and I say, baby, environment, that was acceptable. And any pan yes, sir. And don't think that we are Mother Teresa. We need Jesus. When yamin foul, I haven't heard they say when yankupon man the double Jesus by ya will be we ya will call heaven. I haven't heard that God has sent somebody else to repeat that thing. Until we wouldn't Jesus. Wouldn't yet Mary. Wouldn't yet Angel Gabriel, nya Michael, nya Mubia. Until nya wuna wo ba besisa will be bow, sister. Ni sini ni a wamutete no. So went to me and Sanwa. So mo entimi ansesa no a enya wo na wo ba besesa no me nua be ma say some women are also abusive no correct me start here no me kan ese enya mema enya manko na victims of domestic violence and mema nso ka ho bi me kan but a significant proportion ma and omo yes are victims no some of the men who abuse because of the mere shame say Bema no atena ho ama Bible nti no wo mu de omumu oma no but a man de yemia no akoye kra no a ekowie wuo we chiri enu nti no it's always out there for all of us to see even if they stop beating you they make sure to abuse you psychologically. Yes, there are various and different types of abuse. Mental abuse is the worst one. When the person reduces you to nothing by now cry you keep hearing that thing on a repeated basis. Now it becomes a lullaby. De bia wutie a bowl team me kranti me nyo bia o to say obi ananka mefuye flat to say mefuye se bankunti me se obia. Yes, but at the end of the day, no, whatever form of abuse it is, sister, if you allow it to continue, we do atemne, watching our do who baby yo at the chin or bekoswaye. So the issue is, are you prepared to carry on listening to that thing? And the more faith comes by hearing the word, and whether it's a good word or a bad word, the word is the word. It's wutia. You know what dreams was sasa? Send any panic and wujitum say no correct. It is all about empowerment, Emma. Wo na wo ho no anasa wo be ma na wo ho no wo ye hwan, who are you? Ebuo ni die ben e na wankasa wo de to ho so. Because mama can tell say enkura ni susu ya wankasa wo de be ma wo ho no. That is how other people are going to regard you, If you respect yourself, ubu ho. Wo ne se me sombo ma me ankasa me ho ni nyame a. Enipa no a wo ba wa brabo mu no be hwe se nia wo ubu ho fa. No no so abu sa pepepe. And if they're coming to dish out anything that is less than what you give to yourself, you tell them no thank you. And you walk up as sister. But yen yina ye tena ho. Efa ne saa enye hwe manfa we ya obekọ okonso ana aka me nko a obi a mabie mu a sister cancer show nsa yam na pe baby tena. It's better than losing your very life. Unwu ya wonim nia obenya menua. Unwu ya wonim nia obenya. Obi mpa obi pe. Me say me niece when you mfie nso was say one man's trash is another man's treasure. Odia ade a wo ho a obi free say ye nwura junk, garbage, trash no, obi nso ade mu no pa. Entintena ho na nka se kwaku die na ne mama ya me fe na tikwa ya me fe me janu a me nyo obi aso ono abi opim ye come square entimetena ho sa wagimi. Ghanaians are making it seem as if you aren't complete without marriage, especially with women. It's so depressing. Oh, sister, asempa na odiabano. Big issue and now odiabano. I've told you guys several times that there are a lot of people who walk around trying to make you think that marriage is all that. And yes, unya warepa unya bema, unya oba, wene ne betimi atena na motemo ho ase a ekoyie. But one kwanya bisa. So wo de na ankosa, na akodi obi achi. Look, I've had friends And it was clear and obvious that they were miserable, but they were still telling me, and they will try dear, and I had dear, 27, and I had this say dear, in our rear, and yet some, and ya and so me how me there's nothing about it that makes marriage attractive to me. They were all ragged and worn out and looked horrible. They were not the same people, and I mean. Nti na me no menhwɛ nea no wɔ mo keka no so emfa meyɛ sɛ no nti me bu me ho abomfia sɛ me ni kunu no. I'm missing out on anything. I tell you guys all the time that if there's one decision that you should, like accord the maximum regard for and think deeply before I'll be making a marriage. Obi be catch us and I say me tim na nya metimi agya. Wo betimi agya ba sister wo hwe ade. Your life is never going to be the same. And nunti necessa uma weni daho. Choose the right person. And so now do one committee sadian. But so better now while you near bo sutro ama okofie with your sister. Run for your life. Run for your life. Brother, run for your life. Marriage ain't all that. Marriage isn't all that if the person you're marrying is the wrong person for you. Sister, take it from one who knows. Take it from one who's been there, done that, won the t-shirt. I am telling you. It is better to be single than to be in a horrible marriage. I'm telling you. There is this peace that you can't put any monetary value on, guys. There is this peace. I mean, we have to have this conversation part 2. As a CA, I have to go to school. But as someone me person me catch the young man say empowerment is the key to all of this thing. Knowing who you nipa we and it's any awusumbo ever. Very, very necessary. You cannot just say, untimi sesani biama ni. Sister Adiza said, my mom nearly died in the hands of my stepdad. People are open and vocal about these things now. And I love it so much that people have a voice to finally speak up about these issues. There are certain communities, religions, because already as a man about a second class citizen. But sister, if you know who you are, yes. And my very name, Shika, etrese gold, sika koko. Etime, se me sika koko de mami siniminia. Who the hell? And never be treating me, se me second class citizen, and me kuya me babe tolerate it. It is about time you know how worthy you are. And treat yourself like that. And no be ma be me be a wo ba wo no be hu say, hey, Sister Esther, Adiza, Mami Noella, mo amu tie me nyina no. Usumbo Emma uhu enti nipa neighbor wo hwe senia wankasa wo treat uhu no treat you say anything less than that ain't good enough. Let him go waka pass. Ebusia asem no ma me reho. I'm just so upset. I'm so sad. I'm so angry. SSRDA ekoso. I really want to sit here and talk to you guys and have this conversation in depth. But as I said, SSM me go school. They say my teacher, my pupil, me will teach and in TSM me ko na me ko siande. Into winning. Let's leave this for another couple hours and I'll come back for part 2 of this discussion. I hope that you guys would all come back and we'll have this conversation because assembly is too much and it's got to stop. It has got to stop. If we all join forces and put a stop to this and say no to domestic violence, it's not acceptable. No, It will happen. But in your man and man, what are you prepared to take? Anything for the sake of anything, dear brah. No way, Jose. Know who you are. Know what you're worth. Na me emphasize susu. Kruwa na wankasa wudi susu hono. Marriage and relationships are for the person to complement you and add value to your life, not to degrade you and to kill you. Minya. Eti hunu nipa banya woye. Hunu nipa banya wono woye. Hunu nisa wo sumbo. Emeni obo wo ne wa wofo ne wa busia. Na adu uti kwashe bibi mo nso a. Remember that. I love you guys so much. I've got to be in class. I'm late by already 5 minutes. And so God bless you. We shall carry on with this conversation. More stories are coming out. If you're living in a relationship or a marriage, nipano, or ye telltale signs, abuses could be making. Who be a sister? Yen in temna pe bibi fa home. One kwan koshire wonkwa. Don't be running and be looking back at what you've lost and what you've left behind. Move forward. There's better ahead. God bless you. I love you so, so much. And let's carry on this conversation. Subscribe to YouTube channel and Facebook. Sika Educates is the pages. When Yami, when Shira will be. Bye-bye.
Sika Educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika Educate, yeah, Casafa, Abundant, our real Punto. Sika Educate, or don't come up, run, yeah, who are true. Sika Educate, Unyani, baby, Sika Educate. It's like a page, you know, I am vibe. But more than YouTube, subscribe it. Sika Educate is the name. All our man so steady come from inspiration, motivation, modern education. Wafranada, when it's here, or don't come or Ekusika deva. Wafranada, Bema Jai, or don't come or Ekusika deva. Sika Educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika Educate, yeah, Casafa, Abundant, our real Punto. Sika Educate.